I'm doing what I love, and I'm really enjoying my life. I really love my life, so it makes all these things easier, you know. They say you're not working when you're doing what you love, so. Man, I feel like Superman when I'm on stage. I really do. Like, it changes. I'm not Sasha Fierce. but I get it though, you know what I'm saying? I change. I'm a really laid back dude. And as soon as I get up there, I feel like I get extra muscles and like, I feel powerful, man. I feel so blessed and so grateful for this gift of music. You know, I really do, man. I feel like it's an honor. So when I get up there, I feel like I could do anything in the world because of, you know, these words and this music that I've been given and this power. So I just feel like Superman.
Too sexy for me, huh? I know it's been 10 years. I'm still not grown and sexy. I'm still young and fly. That's too chill, man.
Apache Cafe is, I went to Morehouse here, and as soon as I got here, people were like, you know, you need to come here, man, on Wednesdays. It's an open mic night, and that's really, I wasn't an artist before I came to Atlanta. I wasn't doing my thing, so this is really where I got my start, really where I was able to hone my craft.
So Freestyle Nation is here tonight,
and this is where I met my musical friends. I mean, Algebra and Anthony David and Cameron Corvée, and even I remember Janelle Monáe and I did a show here back then, and to see how we've grown from this one place. I think you got to give credit to the place. You got to give credit to what they've allowed artists to do and giving that voice. So it's a small spot. I could play a much bigger spot, you know what I'm saying? But it's about us getting in there tight like we used to, and just getting that same vibe back, man. So you know, I'm really happy to be here doing that. So many artists inspire me, man. I have to say the #1 is definitely Stevie Wonder. You know, I think that's a lot of people's answer. But Stevie, you know, directly just like changed my life, you know, with his music, or I should say indirectly with his music.
I know you've heard me say the same things before, but this time different, I'm sure that I won't. So just give me one more chance, I won't let you down. Just once when I show you, once when I show you now. I know that for your body is a long time, but there is no other choice in my mind. Tell me what it's going to take for you to see. I only want to be with you. Take down, you know, what that I want, what that I want, what that I want. You're the only one that I need, what that I need.
My father used to give me an allowance when I was a teenager, well, one of my friends gave me a cassette tape that had "I Never Dreamed You'd Leave in Summer" on it, and that's a Stevie voice that I hadn't heard. I knew like the hits, you know, like I Just Called to Say I Love You and stuff, and I was a general fan, but I heard this and it literally physically did something to my chemistry, and it changed me, you know. And so with my allowance, I went to this Circuit City by my house that's not even open anymore, and I used to go and buy a Stevie Wonder's record every week with my allowance. And I went in chronological order to feel like I was buying these records as they did back in the day. And you know, I was a kid. I was like, you know, 14, but I was just, he took me all the way back to that era, and that changed me, you know. So when I started to really write songs, it kind of came out Stevie-esque, I guess, because I had internalized so much of that stuff. I'm from New Orleans, and of course Young Money is based there, and you know, that's where those guys are from, Cash Money, Young Money. I've known of them since I was kids, and Mac Main, who's the president of Young Money, we went to high school together, and so we had that relationship there. So as I went on with my career and he went on with his career, we kind of just, you know, reconnected, and it felt like, you know, he believed in the music, and of course they're a thriving label, so it just made sense at that point. So I guess the seed was planted years ago in high school, and then, you know, it was just time, you know. What's crazy is the process for Young Money started right maybe a couple weeks before Maroon 5. It was a crazy story, but I went to Miami to meet with Mac Main, and he was playing Maroon 5 in his car, and we talked about Maroon 5. I said, man, you know, they just came out with this new single called Misery. I just heard it today on this blog. He was like, oh, I got to check that out. 2 weeks later, I got the call from Maroon 5. I never met them before, didn't know anybody in the band. And so then Maroon happened, but we were already talking about a deal. But it took a year for us to finish the deal, so.
Under a rock, under a tree, trying to find right one for me. I'm looking high.
Yeah, it kind of, the call from Maroon 5 initially was, hey, would you like to play for Maroon 5? Like, you know, we need a singer / keyboard player. Then it turned into, I got another call saying, well, we need you to audition because, you know, maybe it's some other guys, you know, we just want to be fair. So that's the first audition I've ever had in my life. And they flew me out to California, and I was the first one to audition, and you know, the rest was history. They canceled the second day of auditions.
You don't treat me like you used to. You don't appreciate me no more. I don't understand why you changed. Maybe I gave you too much attention.
Well, I got FMFM tattooed on my arm. It's kind of like a daily thing that I try to follow as much as possible, and it's following my first mind. I did an EP called Follow My First Mind. But I think the struggle being an artist is you get this idea, or any creative really. Now, it's not just in music, but you get this idea, and it's the raw idea, and sometimes it's too big and it scares you, because then your brain starts working after that big idea. And then you're like, well, maybe I should do it a little smaller. Maybe I shouldn't try to go to, you know, or maybe I should cater it to this. But if you just follow that first idea, that pure idea, it's like, you know, that's the thing that God gave you to give to the world. So following my first mind is what I try to live by, and try to, you know, be as pure as possible. I know it's hard because of life and because of people and because of learned activity, but like I'm trying to give my heart as pure as possible.